What is up, everybody? It is Brian with First Shot Tactical, back with another video for you here today. And today we are continuing our Aero Precision 308 or M5 build here. We're going to be installing the safety selector as well as the grip and then our trigger that we have here today. As far as the parts we're going to be installing, the safety selector is a Radian Talon ambidextrous safety selector. And we'll put that on. We have a Magpul K2 Plus grip, so it's like the rubberized version here. And then lastly, for our trigger, we're going to be installing the Rise Armament RA434 trigger with the anti-walk pins as well. So to start things off, we're going to do the trigger first here. So I'm going to get this out of the package and we'll begin the process. All right, so we got the trigger out here ready to go. And one thing to note here is, as you can see, all of this is bone dry in here. So I like to lube everything up, especially on a new build. So I use Liquid Drip. This is a gun lubricant. They also have like some cleaners. Great product, smells great. So definitely check them out. But we're going to use that as far as lubing everything up before we install. Perfect, so let's go ahead with everything lubed up. We're gonna start with our trigger here. We're gonna drop this guy into place. And this is the best part about drop-in triggers, is they're literally drop-in. We're gonna line up our holes here, and we do have the Rise Armament. They give you these anti-walk pins, which are awesome. I think all triggers should just come with these as well. And you just drop these into place, slide it through the hole, like that, almost through. There we go, and now you can see that anti-walk pin is through on both sides. And then from here, we actually want to install our safety selector at the same time as this. Otherwise, you might run into some issues trying to get your safety selector in. So to do the safety selector, we have our Radian Talon over here. And I already installed half of this here. If you're interested on how these work, I have another video up on the channel on how to install them fully. So we're gonna kind of do the quick version here instead. All right, we got that in place. And now, since this is in, we can go ahead and install our rear anti-walk pin on the trigger now. Same process, wiggle a little bit, goes right through. Awesome. Now all of that's in place. And from here, we can actually install our screws here. I already have them kind of preloaded on my Allen wrenches that were provided from Rise Armament in the packaging. And I like to get one side started like this. And then I like to go ahead and grab the other one, get it started on the other side. Perfect, now both of those are snug. Now we can do the same for the rear one. All right, all set there. Both those are good. And it has a nice clean look to it with those anti-walk pins. So again, the Rise Armament triggers, they are phenomenal. The anti-walk pins, awesome as well. So I think it's a great addition on this build here. All right, with that in place now, the other thing we need to do is finish installing our Radian Talon safety selector, because this is a ambidextrous one. So I have my little parts package here. I'm gonna pull out the rest for this side, so that way we can get that installed. All we have to do is, they have the little spring here. I'm gonna drop that into the place, and then we have the silver part here, and I'm gonna drop this in as well. And there is a correct way. We want the dimpled version down. And then we're ready to go ahead and slide this guy on over while using the tool provided to push that down. And that click right there means that it's in place and it's good to go. Next up, let's go ahead and get the grip installed. And to do that, we also have our detent and spring for our safety selector. This is the one provided by the Radian Talon safety selector. So I'm gonna use the one to match the safety selector here. And to install it, you wanna make sure that the bullet end is facing downward towards the safety selector. And then we're gonna go ahead and take our spring, and rather than kind of putting it in that short hole here, what I like to do is grab our grip. You can see we have the spring hole right here. We're gonna drop the spring in like so, and then we're gonna just line it up real carefully, make sure they match up like that. And then we gotta hold this into place while we install our screw into the inside. So to do this, I went ahead, I have my screw here already on my Allen wrench that we're gonna put on, make sure that spring is lined up. Push this down good, and then we're going to go through the bottom here, find our hole, and go ahead and get it screwed in. Perfect, and with that, the only other thing we have the little base plate here we can put back on the grip, like that. Now we can just do a quick safety check here. We have the 45, oh, that's the other thing. I installed this on a 45 degree. If you flip this upside down, you can do a 90-degree throw, but I like the 45 here. And again, this is ambidextrous, so it works on both sides. So let's go ahead and do a quick function check on our trigger. So we're on safe, nothing should happen, nothing does. to put it on fire, pull the trigger, it does fire, do a reset there, and do it again. Look at that, starting to come together. Awesome. So it's as simple as that. So that does it for this video here today on how to install the trigger, safety selector, as well as the grip on your lower M5 or 308 build that you're doing. I hope this was helpful. If it was, like and subscribe to the channel. On the next video that we're gonna have, we'll be installing the buffer tube to complete the lower here, and then we are gonna move to the upper assembly. I'm real excited about how this has turned out so far with the FDE and then black accents. You'll have to stay tuned, see what else we're putting together, or you might know already from my unboxing videos. But either way, check out those videos, or again, stay tuned for when they come out. Until next time, have fun shooting, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, everybody.